work on a very simple organism, the fruit fly, Drosophila, which has a very small but very beautiful brain. It's about 100,000 times simpler than ours in terms of how many neurons there are. And we use the fruit fly brain to understand how the brain receives information from the environment and how it processes this information to make the animal behave and respond in an appropriate way. Our main research is working on the sense of smell. We'd like to understand how the nose detects smells in the environment and tells the brain what smells they are, so that the brain tells the animal to run away, to run towards the odor. So it's really at the basis of how brains work. They take information in and they use that to make decisions about what to do next. We also use microscopes so that we can insert tiny electrodes into the sensory neurons of flies so that we can record if they're activated or inhibited when we present the fly with particular odors. And then we use the tools of genetics so we can mutate particular genes so that we can try to understand what role these particular genes have in controlling how the neurons wire up together and how that controls the behavior of the fly. So there are two goals using Drosophila. One is that we can better understand how the brain works, which is perhaps one of the final mysteries of biology. The other is that we use Drosophila to better understand behaviors of other insects. So Drosophila is a fairly benign animal. You can find it in the kitchen feeding on your rotten bananas. But there are many other insects that have a very sensitive sense of smell, and they cause us a lot of harm. So there are vectors of diseases such as mosquitoes that transmit malaria, and then there are also insects that attack our crops. For example, the famous Drosophila suzuki that prefers to eat and lay its eggs on fresh fruit is now causing great problems throughout Europe in destroying our harvests. There is no one thing that we'd like to discover. With the fly, one can ask many different questions in many different fields and learn the answers to many things. And that's the pleasure of research, is not knowing what you're going to discover tomorrow or the next year or in 10 years' time.